I don't know if I want to print just one giant block or cut it in half. Actually, I think what we will do is we're going to put a little more meat out this way. And we're just going to do that by fusing another cube to it. Width was 20. Height 15. And let's go 20. Line that up. Line this up. Like so. We can get a little more precise in here. There we go. That'd be a pain in the ass. Let's apply. Okay. 25. And let's go 23. All right. I said probably making this part way too thick for what it needs to be, but again, do 2. We're going to find out. Yep. Put 5 here. Or let's show you a different way. Save. A little bit of a guess. That's all right. Again, this is me not being super precise. There. Okay. We're going to go just 2, I think. See how that looks. That actually looks pretty good. I'm happy with that. I need this one. I'll do a 2 on. Alright. That's it. This probably doesn't do much for structure. It just kind of makes the part look nicer. We're just gonna go 1 and yeah. So maybe we won't do anything on the back side. Let's try one here. Okay, like I said, I do a lot of trial and error. There probably are much more efficient ways to do this. The way I'm doing it works for me. As you can clearly see, I do have a parts coming together. Alright. God, that's a lot of part though. So I think what we're going to do now, we're going to go over here to I'm going to call it a plane, and we're going to make it 40 by 40, and we want it on I think we want it on the Z-plane. We're going to find out. Great. We were incorrect. But that's a-okay, because you can also transform the plane. Alright. Alright, let's go 45 by 45. Okay, this allows me to make sure I'm all the way through the part. File, and I'm going to save in case I do this wrong. What I want to do is this tools. Gotta remember how to do it. Aha, here we go. Slice apart. Okay. So that broke that into 2 pieces. Make it a little easier to print. Alright. Now I suppose we need some mounting holes to put some screws through this thing. That worked. So we're going to save before we do anything else. Again, save often. It's important. So for holes, we're just going to make a new cylinder. Radius 2. Yeah. I get some 4mm hardware, that'll be good. Height, let's go 30. Rotate it around. Excuse me. Okay. Alright, and I made it long enough so it'll go through all the parts. Copy, paste. Alright, since these are separate parts now, we need separate cylinders to cut holes in everything so they line up. I'm also going to copy this once more. There's that. So this one, and this one, cut. Again, we're going to do the same thing here. Cut. And cut. I didn't, as you notice, I didn't cut through the frame because I didn't select it to cut through. Alright, so which one? Okay, this part's finished. So I'm going to rename it. Rename to bracket inner. Genius, I know. That's some big level thinking right there. It makes it easier for me to... Okay, so for frame rail, we're going to go in here to the cube. We're going to copy the cube. Paste. So now we have this new cube. Right there. Okay, and the reason for that is I want to make it just a hair bit wider so it actually comes past the part, because I'm going to use this to cut this part. So I want it to come out a little bit just to make sure I get everything. We're only going to put a single fillet on it. Like that. Alright. And then we're going to go with, oops, this cut and that part. Alright. Now the outside bracket's done. So this will give my frame rail a nice place to squish in. And I could put another hole through here to help screw it together, but since this pin actually screws together, not actually going to worry about that, because I can do a little shimming if I need to. So that part is done. So we'll rename it to bracket outer. Bam. Alright, shake my monitor a little bit. So like I said, I don't necessarily do the design process in any rational way. It's just as I think of things. Okay, so we have the swing arm, bracket inner, bracket outer. We're going to bring the frame rail back out. And now we're going to make the spring perch over here, which is going to be a cube. So get it over here. We're going to center it up. Alright. Okay, so the inner diameter of the spring, well, we'll get the calipers out again here. Is 14 millimeter. So I need a circle, cylinder, not a circle. Let's see here, 7 would give me 14. But again, I want a little bit smaller, so let's go 6.8. Alright. Here we go. So now we can transform this. Let's go down. Don't think we need it 10 millimeters high. Let's make it 3. No, actually we will make it 6. No, 36. Let's go 6. Zoom in here. Move it up to the bottom. Okay. Cube and cylinder. We're going to fuse. Just like that. What we're going to do is we're now going to make a bigger cylinder. So let's measure the outside. And right at 17. What is half of 17? Thank goodness for calculators, right? .5. Cool. So we're going to actually go 8.6. We have height of 3. And then we will get in here for a little more precise movement. Like so. more. Like that. Okay. Fusion. Yeah, we will fuse this. And if I had thought about it, actually I can still mirror it. Okay, because of course we'll need basically this puck down here. That's all right. So now that we actually have this, now I need to figure out how I want to do my whole apparently like that. Radius of 2 makes it 4, so I don't know if this is correct or not. Alright, so we're going to take this, just like that, and we're going to cut a hole, see what happens. Hide this. Well, we have a nice smooth hole for a zip tie. Okay, that worked better than I thought. I've never actually tried this before, so this is new to me. Yeah, alright. And we will cut this. Okay, sweet. Now what we're going to do is mirror it. Mirror. On the XY plane, I believe is correct. Bam. Let's cut one. Let's cut that one. Alright. And as you can see, we now have the other spring perch. Oops, sorry, keep bumping my desk card. Alright, and we're going to do a very inaccurate measurement here. Alright, so they're touching. Okay. So then I need to figure out how long my spring was again, or how tall it is. 25mm. Ooh. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Puts me right in there. Apply. It's only 21. So don't think it squashed 4mm. However, I could trim that out here to get that a little lower. Let's go File, Save, Hide U. And we'll get another chopping cube. That's what we're going to call it, chopping cube. Hello. He's videoing while building. Say hi to the camera.
Hi, camera. Pet your dog before she has a conniption.
Right. Silly doggos. And we didn't need to make it that tall. Okay. Down. Over. Go. Now, as you say, that's called cut instead of staying swing arm. Although the base says swing arm. We're gonna do one more cut. Alright, so cut, cube, cut that. Now put that back. Trimmed a little too much out, but that's okay. So 21, 22, 23, 24. Actually, let's go up one. Don't need that anymore. Of course, the wife's going to watch TV, so we need to close the door. All right. So now the spring perches are 24 millimeter apart. The spring's 25. So a little bit of a compression will be okay. So, actually, like I said, I don't know how much sag. I should have measured it, but oh well. If it's wrong, it's wrong. So now what we need to do is modify this bottom one. Well, we need to fuse this bottom mount into this. So cube again. Offset a little bit. That's all right. Not roll. Need yaw. That does cover up one of our holes. I think we'll live. Because we can always find that, we can always copy one of those cuts again and just recut it. Apply. Make it 15. Yep. And we'll also need to get a little bit of a trim. That's okay. Alright, okay. So we're going to do that to that. Fuse. This to this. Fuse. Alright, so that is all one kind of slightly sloppy looking piece. Let's just go for 1 millimeter right there. Go a little bigger. Undo. Just like that. Here. Try 1.5. Too much. Okay, so Yeah, find my. Don't know where that part went on my parts list. There you are. Can't move you. Yep. Again, there's most definitely a better way to do this. That, we'll recut our holes. What didn't I like about that? And this is one of the problems with using FreeCAD. Not sure why it doesn't like that. Let me try this one. All right. Not sure why it doesn't like that one though. Resulting shape is invalid. All right. That's strange, and I'm not 100% sure why the program doesn't like that. Because it says it's all one piece now. And I've lost this in my chain. What if we hide that and just do that? So this is kind of one of the more complex things, and I probably should have just made a new body for each part. That might have helped. it might not have. Okay, so we need a hole to bolt this in. Make a cylinder. I think we will use 4mm hardware. Make it 12. Just so I can be sure I get all the way through it. Excuse me. We will cut that. And then we also need to notch it. Paste. That one. I want it just a little bit wider. So that, this, cut. All right. There we have the trailer suspension for the CXT. Go ahead and save. And then all you have to do is highlight a part, file, export, save it as an STL. Let's call it swing arm bracket outer, inner. Let me do the same thing here. Swing arm bracket outer. Got 15. We are going to rename to swing arm. Highlighted. File. Export. Swing arm. Name. Spring. Perch. File. Export. Alright, now everything's exported. I can open each part up in the slicer and start printing parts. So probably a bit of a long video, and I apologize for that as I kind of muddled my way through it, but this, I hope, at least shows you that you don't have to have a solid understanding of the program to use it. And yeah, just playing around with it's how I learned how to use FreeCAD. I watched a few tutorials and then have basically just been well, screwing around. That's the best way to describe how I'm learning how to use the software, is open it up and screw around in it. Hope everyone's having a good weekend. Today is Saturday. I'm going to get this video edited and uploaded. I'm hoping tomorrow the weather should be nice and cool. I'm hoping to get the CXT out tomorrow and do a little driving with it. So fingers crossed I can do that, and we will catch you in the next video. Also, if you like seeing me muddle around, or if you feel sorry for me muddling around the program, be sure to hit like and subscribe so you can see me screw around in FreeCAD more, or you'll see when the parts are all finished and I start finish building the trailer, you'll be able to see how they look after they're 3D printed. We'll catch you later. Save again.